Good afternoon. Well, by the time you get this, it'll actually be evening by the time I get this video rendered and uploaded. But it is Thursday. Another cold, gray, a little bit wet afternoon, but that's nice. We needed a little bit of moisture. So I wanted to share today something that my guides, my guides had shared with me today, and I think this is a message that is going to be quite pleasant and possibly helpful for some of you. And what I was reminded of is that now, especially right now, the way things are going, in this universe and this on this planet, is that it is a time for us to make more supportive choices for ourselves. And that can come in many different fashions. Uh, it could mean getting some more exercise or changing one's diet. It could be setting some boundaries. Um, it could be studying more or leaving a relationship or a job or starting a new job or being open to a new relationship. Actually, that is quite unlimited as to how we can make some more supportive choices, but it's just something that this is where we get to practice our intuition and what feels right. um, Oftentimes our body will tell us and give us messages and signals if this is a right choice and if this is supportive and if it feels good and if it feels right. In the whatever way we want to um, take care of ourselves. And also, it means being okay. Like, for example, let's say I would love to have this, or I want to have this happen, or this thing appear in my life. But one way that we can be more supportive for our own self is to be okay with it not happening or not showing up. Um, because that just means that we are actually trusting the universe and trusting that that possibly, or even opening the door to something better coming, to arriving, and um, and so that's why it's very important for me personally to be okay with, okay, I would love to have this happen, but if it doesn't, I'm okay with that too. Because it's even exciting just to think about, and even thinking about something and being excited, or dreaming about how wonderful this is going to be, or even imagining and feeling it actually being done, raises our vibration, and then we're a vibrational match to whatever's trying to come to us. And oftentimes the universe will surprise and say, oh yeah, your wish wasn't big enough, let's give you something bigger. I'm still waiting for that one, but it does happen. Another way to be more supportive for ourselves is, and for some people, me especially, is to meditate more. And I know I've talked about this before, but a meditative practice for me is very important, so I can, be more in touch with my inner self and to listen to the messages that I need to hear, or to pay attention to things that I need to do or not do, that are for my highest good. Um, we also are reminded to follow our intuition. Again, I think I'm repeating this, but to follow our intuition, keeping our frequency high, um, eating, for me, eating non-processed foods. In fact, I have actually gone, um, I don't eat red meat anymore. I don't eat pork. I don't eat chicken. Um, Mostly nuts and seeds and fruits and vegetables. But I will eat some fish, just not as frequently. And that's one thing that I noticed that my body was happier with, is changing that diet and going more to a raw, whole based food, a diet. Um, One other thing that this was, for me, was very important, and part of my healing process was letting go of the past. And for a lot of us, that's kind of it can be challenging, especially if we're hanging on to old hurts and pains and old traumas that some of us are still healing from. But it's very important that we do let go of the past, leave it behind, because there's no room for that in the present. There's no room for that in the future. And you just want to make room for the new and for the good and for what's wanting to come through. And so just have to kind of loosen your grasp on that and let it go as best that you can. Sometimes it can be a little bit challenging and requires some deeper healing, but it is possible. It's very doable. Um, so that was just mainly the message that I had received today that I wanted to share with you. If you would like to have readings, or either pendulum readings or card readings, or if you're interested in Reiki sessions to help with some healing, feel free to contact me. We can set up an appointment for that. And also I was going to ask, I can do live Zoom calls. If someone wants to kind of do group calls, we can do that. Or if you want to see live videos to where you can ask questions, whether either get readings from the cards or pendulums, or just Q&A. Let me know if you want to do live, and I'll see what I can do about that. So anyway, one last little thought is that you are here because the world needs you. And I'm happy you are here. I'm happy that you are sharing this journey with me. And yeah, I'm just grateful for all of you who are part of my life and connected, whether I know you personally or via social media. I'm just grateful that you're here. So thank you, and I will be talking with you tomorrow. Have a good day.